What's up, guys? Welcome back here at Hendrick Honda of Bradenton, Florida. Checking out this 2022 CR-V EXL Hybrid. Today I'm going to take you on a complete tour of this vehicle. We're going to check it out from the exterior, interior, take it for a spin at the end of this video. Before we do that, guys, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button at the bottom of this video, and let's get back to this vehicle. Honda CR-V has been around since 1997, so it's a long time now. The hybrid then joined the lineup till 2018 for the 2019 model year. It has been one of the most popular selling small SUVs in the market, especially with the gas mileage that it's getting, which we're going to get to in a little bit. But let's start exploring this vehicle right in front of here. I love the hood of it. I love how it's indented in the middle, and it does have this raised sides of it. Now it does have this big headlights. The headlight unit starts right here above the bumper, and it houses the LED daytime running lights. It does have the LED headlights, and it does have the turn signals that is all built in here. Now inside of the headlight unit, there's a little chrome trim that kind of goes around and in the middle of this grille connecting both of the lights. Now you can see this big Honda logo right here, and then there's a little like blank space right here, and that's where a lot of this Honda sensing technology hides. That's a lot of manufacturer incorporated in the vehicles. As far as the rest of this top grille is all piano black, and normally I don't like the piano black, but it fits so well together with this red color right here. Now the rest of the bumper, the bottom of the bumper, is the matte gray, and then there's a lighter gray shade right here, open portion lip spoiler, and then right here we have this LED fog lights right here. So very nice, very eye-pleasing design. But let's see what powers up this thing. Underneath the hood right here, you have a 2.0 four-cylinder engine. This is a hybrid system, so that's why you see a lot of this bright orange wiring. Now the total system output, 212 horsepower, 232 pound-feet of torque. It's made it to a CVT transmission, but what's most important about these hybrids is the gas mileage. So in the city, it gets up to 40 miles per gallon, about 35 on the highway. So total combined is about 38 miles per gallon, which is a lot considering the size of this vehicle. And of course, it does have this prop stick, which I'm not liking, and does have nice sound insulation in here. So we're going to take it for a spin at the end of this video checkout. Well, this generation Honda CR-V came out back in 2017, has been slightly refreshed for 2020 model year. It has been the same since then. So it is leaning towards the end of its model cycle. Some people speculate that Honda might surprise us and actually come up for 2023 with the new model year. I think it's more going to be of a 2024. Now this is a hybrid version, so on the side you can see this hybrid badging. All of the hybrids are going to have it, and this is an EXL trim. And I like how Honda did it with this black cladding around the wheel wells, as well as this cladding at the bottom of these doors that continues throughout the entire car. So it starts underneath the front bumper, it ends underneath the back bumper, it continues on the sides. Very nice. Well, let's take a look at the mirror caps. Are the same color as the rest of this vehicle. It does have this very thin LED turn signal, but it does have it, and does have the blind spot assist. There's no cameras underneath it, so it doesn't have a 360. And as all of the higher model Hondas are equipped with a smart entry system. So as you can see, I just locked it, and to unlock it, I just put my hand inside of it. There is a visible keyhole in here. And let's take a look at the wheels. The wheels are 18-inch wheels, 235 on the width as far as the tire, 60 on the height. These are all season Bridgestone tires on this particular one. Okay, so you have this chrome trim that's all around the windows, and actually it looks very good on this vehicle. And of course, the pillars are all blacked out for a more cohesive look on this vehicle. Well, let's move to the back and check it out from there. I like the setup in the back. I love those LED lights. If you can see, they're fully LED lights. Then they have this clear portion right here, and that's not really clear. It's kind of a smoked setup, and then it has this smoked chrome trim that goes around the back, the entire back. Big Honda logo with this blue inlays in it. Third brake light. I wish this was underneath here, hidden from the elements, but maybe for the next generation they will do that. CRV on one side, and then you have the all-wheel drive hybrid system. Now all hybrids are all-wheel drive on the CRV, so you don't have a choice for going on the front-wheel drive only. Reflector lights, and then the same trim, kind of this lighter gray trim as we've seen in the front, and everything else is this matte gray. There's no visible exhaust underneath here. It is a hybrid, and you know, it does have the power lift gate, and see how much room we have in there. Let's walk up to here, check it out. It is a power lift gate right here, so if you want to close it, just press this button. And check out these lifters on both sides. They're pretty big. They're probably bigger than what they should be, but that makes me feel safer, so the gate is not going to fall on my head. Plenty of room behind the second row, right? There's no third row seat, but plenty of room right here. This one is equipped with this optional cargo mat, and look at this, especially for the hybrid, it's got the blue CRV written on here. In this cargo compartment, you also have lights on both sides, and you have levers to release the seats. So if you want to fold the seats down, boom, folding it down, you don't have to reach too far, and you can extend your room. Now this one also has the cargo cover, but just to give you an idea, this is how much room you have with the seats folded down. Now what else do we have here? Underneath here, there's no storage, and this is where you have the fix-a-flat kit, basically a little compressor that you can fix your flat with. This is the back of it. Let's move inside. This is surprising how much room this vehicle has inside. Look at the room in front of my knees. There's probably about 3 inches in front of my knees. I probably have another 4 inches above my head. Plenty of shoulder room. The seats are comfortable. Well, let me show you this interior. Start with the door panel right here. I like how it has several different colors on here, including this top black trim, a little bit of this wood grain design, polished aluminum. Now this is all leather wrapped, and then you have, of course, the plastic at the bottom. Now you do have a little bit of storage at the bottom of the door, and then you have 2 speakers, one right here and one at the bottom, and then of course the window and lock controls. So if you take a look at the seats, these are leather wrapped. Now this is the EXL, which is in Honda lingo, basically an EX with leather. Nicely designed, very comfortable. Like I mentioned when I was sitting there, it does have the console in the middle with the cup holders. If you're not having a third person in there, makes it more comfortable. As far as the floor, pretty flat floor, even though it is an all-wheel drive. Vents in the middle console, and then you have 2 USBs right in here. So this is all you need. And then of course the passenger side has the pocket and the seat. The driver's side doesn't. Let's walk up and let's hear how this door sounds closing. Nice solid thump right here. Let's check out the front door panel right there. So you can see same basically as the back. Now this is the EXL, and it still does have the memory seats. Now it does have the mirror and window and lock controls right there. A little bit storage right underneath here. All right. And the seating areas, now these are gray with this bottom trim that's in black. Both seats are power adjusted, the driver and passenger. Of course, the driver's got more adjustments on it. And before we jump inside, let's see what buttons we have on this side right here. So you have the lane keep assist, you have the gate opener, traction control, you can turn that off, and you can turn off the front collision mitigation. Let's check out the rest of this CRV hybrid interior. I have to tell you, I mean, I really like how Honda built it. It's solid, it feels good to the touch. This is the soft plastic, soft vinyl basically. Then you have this polished trim right there. This is that piano black. Then you have this simulated wood trim right there, and then this is the only area, touch area, that is basically hard plastic, but that's not too bad. Now the vents are right on top of here, so they're right at the right level, so you don't have to adjust them too much, just to make you feel nice and comfortable. Hazard lights right there. Now you have the infotainment system, and then you have your steering wheel. So steering wheel right here, medium-sized steering wheel, very nice to the touch, the right thickness basically, and it does have this stitching right on the inside. And what I like that Honda did on this particular one, I haven't noticed it on the other ones, that they didn't use this piano black, but rather kind of this middle shine material. Okay, so this is not too shiny, this is not too dull, it's right in the middle. Perfect combination. And this is encased in this polished aluminum looking trim. This is plastic, of course, and then you have the same kind of trim at the bottom of the steering wheel. Now this one's got the sticker on. It's a brand new vehicle. Honda logo right here, and it's got multifunctional steering wheel. So on this side you have everything that controls the infotainment system, or basically the instrument cluster and the phone. And on this side you have your cruise control, adaptive cruise control settings, and then you have the heated steering wheel. So let's take a look at what's going on in the instrument cluster. So right here you can see the big 0, and that's your speed, that's your speedometer. Right on top it basically tells you of whether the vehicle is using the power from the hybrid or it's charging it, and it says ready right there. You can see charge or power on one side, and then the P, that's basically your gear indicator, and there you go, it says EV ready, so it turned off the combustion engine. So it basically has enough juice just to run it in the EV mode only for now. So then right at the bottom of here it says average fuel 6.7 miles per gallon, which is obviously not true because it has been idling a lot. The vehicle's got 4 miles on it. Range is 616 miles. We are in Florida, so it's 88 degrees right now, beginning of May. On the left hand side we have basically the battery level, low and full, and then on the right hand side we have the fuel gauge. So everything right here, it's connected to the performance of this vehicle. All right, so we can play around with this, and basically if you select one, you can see that that's going to tell you of where the power is coming from, and whether it's going to all wheels, two wheels, etc., whether it's using the combustion engine or the electric one. Let's go back here. This is basically your fuel consumption. That's what we had before. Next one, let's see the miles per gallon. All right, 0, 1, 2, 3 different trips. Coffee break, driver attention level. This is your torque, basically to see where the power is coming into. The wrench, it's got to be for your maintenance, and it is. And then your media, audio is off, and then we'll keep switching this to your phone, and then you can adjust some settings and messages over here. So this is it. This is your instrument cluster, and let's move on to the infotainment system. Well, I hope you're going to be able to see that, but basically it says right now, it says, hey, would you like to add the phone now? So we're going to say no, but this is a system that we've seen at many other Hondas before, and one complaint that I would have with this, I would like to see a bigger screen, because even though this whole thing is fairly large, now the screen starts right here and it ends over here. So this is only about 7-inch screen or so, and it's got the same home menus like on the other Honda, so you can see audio info, Honda link, phone settings, smartphone connection. It does have a Bluetooth connection for your phone, but if you want to use the Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, you have to connect your phone with a cable. Let's show home. We're already here, so that's why it's doing this beeping noise. Audio, let's see what sources are there. So you have the decent stereo, and then you have your basically a Sirius AM FM. Your phone, it's going to tell me that no phone is connected. We're not going to end the phone right now, and we're going to go back to the main function. Let's see what else is there. Apps, app install, calculator downloads, widgets. We don't have any right now. Go back to the main source right here, and as far as the climate control right here, okay, this actually just shows you the temperature. You can adjust it using the knob right underneath here. I wish this was displayed on here. This would be probably easier to operate as well. On off, this is for your fan, and then different climate control settings. Now there you go, you hit the climate control shortcut button right at the bottom to get to this screen, and you can see that it does have this dual zone climate control, and it goes back after a while if you're not touching it. So you can adjust your fan speed, you can adjust the fan settings, and that's it. Right underneath here, you do have a heated seats on this EXL trim, and then you have this touch shifter, basically. This kind of the button style shifter. It is actually located in the right place, right there where the shifter would be, so it doesn't bother me at all. And then you have two different modes, sport mode and the econ mode. And then on the left hand side you have the parking brake and the brake hold. That's if you get to the stoplight, you hit the brake. If the brake hold is on, you can take your foot off the brake and the car will not roll until you hit the accelerator. Underneath here you have two USB ports. Okay, you don't have the wireless charging on the EXL. You have to go to the Touring model. You have two big cup holders, and then what do we have here? There's another storage compartment. Now I kind of wish that this was closed off. Well, I might actually, my wish can come true. There you go. So we can close this off, and this can be hidden. Overall, this is the interior of it. Let's take a quick peek right at the top. So we have the regular sunroof, you have the sunglass holder, home link system is right here, and then you have mirrors with lights on driver and the passenger side. This is it, guys. This is the interior of this 2022 CR-V hybrid. Take it for a spin. Well, guys, before we take it for a spin, let's check out what other trim levels are available for this year's Honda CR-V hybrid. So I have this pulled out right here, and there's only 3 of them, so we're not going to spend too much time on that. But the hybrid CR-V is available in the EX, which starts at $32,010. EXL, which is the one that I'm sitting in right now, starts at $34,600. And then the hybrid Touring, which is at $37,800. Now, it's very important to notice here that Hondas are very unique as far as the way they built their vehicles. While you can get a Toyota and it says starting at $35,000, you can easily get that up to $40,000 or $40,000 something, because it's an option-based build. With Honda, all of the EXLs are going to be built the same. So what you see this is you're going to get at any EXL standard. There might be a few options that you can add, such as floor mats and maybe a cargo mat or cargo mat, but every option you can't add, let's say, a navigation system to the vehicle that doesn't have it. With Honda, it either has it or it doesn't have it. Of course, you can use the Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. So and the reason I'm saying that, because I just recently done the RAV4, and that RAV4 was the limited model, which is basically comparable to the Touring version of it, and it was about $45,000. This one is $38,000, so $7,000 more on the RAV4. Is it worth it? I'm not sure. It does have a little bit more horsepower, it does have a slightly bigger engine, it does have just about a mile a gallon better fuel consumption, but that also depends on how you drive. So this is 212 horsepower, RAV4 is going to have 219. Well, let's going to see how it drives. Let's start with the rear view camera right there. Typical Honda rear view camera. This is not the best quality, and this has been my pet peeve for a lot of the manufacturers, because my thinking is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if you can put a 4K or 8K camera in a phone like this, why can't you put a 2K camera in the vehicle? It's going to have a lot of cleaner look, and I know there's vehicles that have it. Now, the other thing that it doesn't have, and I wish a lot of more vehicles are going to come standard with it, is the 360. The 360 camera, just make it so much easier, especially in the tight parking spaces. The vehicle's gotten a lot larger. The CR-V is probably about a foot longer than the CR-Vs used to be when they first came out. And of course, people are still driving the same, and we still have the same narrow spots. So it is helpful, definitely. So let's take a look how it turns around, how good of a turning radius it has. I'm in the EV mode, by the way. Actually, the combustion engine is running, but this vehicle turns on the dime, basically. Very nice, very tight turning. There's no question this is a very good maneuverability out of this size vehicle. Steering wheel feels great to the touch. It is tilted and telescoping. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it out a little bit because it's a little bit too far out, and I'm going to continue. Good visibility, and it's quiet. It's very quiet on the interior. Go over some of the speed bumps. That absorbs it really, really well. Here's another one that's coming up. It's going to be nice. Now we're running in the hybrid mode, but the combustion engine is running definitely. Got it on the road. Nice delivery of power. Now this wasn't a acceleration test. I just wanted to kind of ease into traffic. It worked out really well. We're going to see the acceleration on the stretch of an open road, hopefully not too far from here. So the vehicle drives really nice. It has a really good view, you know, pretty much all around. Not too many of the blind spots. You know, if you have the headrests up, you're gonna have an obstructed view, but you're gonna have that within a vehicle. That's why I wish more and more vehicles would have this camera system, which you do get, by the way, at that Toyota RAV4 Limited that I checked out. This would be a nice feature to have with Honda as well. Blind spots working fine, there's no question about it, and comfort is really good. I'm surprised of how much room they were able to squeeze out from basically the same exterior like at a lot of other compact SUVs. That's basically what they are, and compact is not a compact anymore. It used to be the size of currently maybe you know, Honda HRV, the new HRV that's coming out. That's probably the size of the CRV that was back in the day. I'm going to take a quick turn right here. We're going to do acceleration test from the rolling go. All right. It's not bad at all. I mean, it definitely gets up and going. I do think that the hybrid RAV4 was faster. You can feel that, but it was also a lot more expensive. There was the lane departure right there. I was kind of veering off the lane, and it put me in my place, which is a nice safety feature to have. It also comes with plenty of safety features that are available. And what I'm gonna do right here, there's nobody behind me, so I'm gonna stop right here, and then accelerate. So you can definitely hear that engine. We get it up to about 50 miles per hour. That's pretty much enough. Definitely enough power to get you merged into traffic. So plethora of safety feature, guys. You know, one of the features that you have, of course, you know, you have the lane keep assist, which you can, by the way, turn on or off. You have the forward collision warning with braking. You know, that's part of this new Honda sensing. You have this rear cross traffic alert. So you have a lot of options in here. Now I'm going to put it in the sport mode right here. The little red light showed up. Oh, I gotta tell you, this is a big difference as far as the pickup and performance. I didn't realize that. I was in the econ mode. That's why I was kind of doggy. There you go. I might have to take back what I said with the RAV4 being faster. Let me take that back. Took that back now. Let's see if I'm so lucky I'll be able to check that out. The pickup with the sport mode engaged. Definitely a big difference in performance when you turn off that econ mode. Sport mode makes it more responsive. Definitely a better driving dynamics. I guess this was fun, and it does have a great gas mileage, you know, getting 40 miles per hour in the city. This is incredible. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked that, and I hope this was helpful. And I hope I brought a little bit of value into your life. And if I did, give me the like, hit that subscribe button at the bottom of this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.